Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Déjà Vu II for the Game Boy Color. Last episode, Ace was exploring Sugar's place, and he came across some notes, banknotes, and some ledgers, and it looks like they were taking some money. Apparently there was some hush money that Joey Siegel was sending to Tony Malone. And Sugar and Policeman McMurphy were taking some of that money off the top and altering the books. We also learned that another person that they worked with was this gangster who had a scar on his left eye. And we're actually going to find his body right here. You know, when you look at his the body, you see that he had the scar through the left eye. And we're going to find out what happened to him. Apparently he must have had something to do with the operation too, because Sugar had an obituary cut out. So that was kind of a clue to head here to the morgue to see what that obituary was about. So we found the gangster. We want to take his toe tag and give it to the clerk here. And then the clerk will give us all the belongings that were on his body when they found him. They found this guy at the bottom of the Chicago River wearing concrete shoes and riddled with bullets. So somebody wanted to silence him. Well, let's see what his items have to say, maybe. We got the key 5, that's the key to his place, but you'll notice when we open the wallet and look at his address, we can't make out where his address is, so key 5 is useless. We can always take more money. It's the license, we can't make out his address. But we do want to get that claim ticket. Take the money. I have a little bit more money than I did when I last saved, because I had to get up to this point. I lost my save, so that was one of the reasons why it was like 2 days since I've uploaded. The other was that I was just really super busy. So, alrighty, now what you want to do is when you get into Gabby's cab, what you'd really want to do right now is really take your police uniform off and get back into your pants and trench coat. But I'm going to show off death here, and you get that by keeping the police uniform on. We're going to go into the train station here. We're pretty much done in Chicago. So we're going to hop into the train station, go back to LA. But if we keep the police uniform on, when we go into the train station, after a few actions, another policeman will come up to talk to us, and basically he sees that we're not really a policeman, that we're not Policeman McMurphy. That was the policeman who was running the scamming with Sugar. We found his uniform at her place. So we just walk around a little bit, use a few actions, look at some stuff. And like I said, eventually a policeman comes up, comes to talk to us, sees that we're not who we claim we are, and he arrests us. And like all the other arrests in this game, Stogie is going to come bail us out and then shoot us. So, not good. Like I said, so it's important that we get out of the uniform. Like I said, usually the best place to do it is just in the back of the cab. I'm forgetting, Gabby's cab. I'm forgetting his name for some reason. Back in his cab, because no one's there. But no one is also in this screen here. So yeah, we could just strip down in the middle of the street, and no one will say anything, because there's no one here to say anything to us. At least now we won't have to worry about changing clothes anymore. So we can get out of here and head back to LA. I'm going to show something else off here. I just want to look at the things, see where cars are. Again, just because I'll be resetting in a little bit. We're going on track 4. This is the train to Las Vegas. Give them the money. Get really impatient. Give them the money, get our ticket. And I can talk with the people here. You gotta take a few actions before the train actually takes off. You can also go into this car up here, but there's nobody in this car. There's a door up there at the front though. If you go out that door, usually what will end up happening is you won't have enough time to get back onto the train you're trying to get into, and it'll take off, and you'll just have to buy another ticket. And sometimes you get this cutscene here, where Stogie appears and basically just threatens you, telling you that, hey, you gotta get a move on. So I'm just gonna go back to the inside the train. You can look at all the different people here. We didn't get to talk with, we didn't get to look at the guy on the far right before. You can also try talking to all of them, but no one has anything to say. This bum just kind of ignores you. The lady won't let you get a word in. And then the other lady just thinks you're weird. The lady who you think is pretty. So, yeah. Alright, and now the train is taken off. And we go back to LA. We're gonna start really putting things together. So, we're almost wrapped up here. About 2 more episodes, we'll have everything finished. Alright, let's get out of the train station here. This guy here, now that we've got the flashlight and the gun, talking to him will get him to actually sell us batteries for the flashlight or bullets. We don't need any here anymore. You only need the batteries for the flashlight to explore Joe's place. But after that, so if you do run out of batteries while exploring Joe's place and you haven't finished it, you can always just take a train back to Las Vegas here, get batteries, and then go back and explore. But like I said, we're done in Chicago. So we get the suitcase. We're going to open up the laundry here. Inside the laundry, we're going to find an envelope and a snapshot. Snapshot shows Siegel and some other guy who we don't recognize. And they're in front of a place called Reliant Cleaners. And the initials DV. Okay. So Joey was friends with some guy named initials DV, who was involved in this Cleaners. Open up the envelope, read the letter. Anthony Malone, Mr. Malone, I've come across trains being passed to the cops in Chicago on behalf of Siegel. Okay. And he grabbed the books. Apparently the payments that he was making aren't there. He says, what you call it, that DV, whoever DV is, would know about that. And the only reason he'd be skimming money from you, Tony Malone, is maybe he's making a run into your territory. So this DV must be another gangster. Let's close everything up and get out of here. Now if we did some exploration at the beginning of the game, when you get out of the casino to the left here, if you go 2 squares over to the left, you'll actually 3 squares, go over twice, you'll see Reliant Cleaners. This is that place where the picture with Joey Siegel and that DV guy was. So something must be going on here in Reliant Laundry. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do right here. Because if we try to open the door, we're going to see that it's locked. And the laundry chute, I think you might be able to slide down it. It is also locked. So we're going to have to find some other way to get into the laundry place here. Now we could try picking the lock. We've done that before with the knife, but every time we did that, it was like on a shoddy lock. Remember the lock at Joe's place, they said it was a really lousy lock, and then Sugar was in a bad part of town, so the lock wasn't very good there either. So now we've come across, like, I guess, professional locks, or quality locks, and can't do it with it. Alrighty. I'm going to head back into the casino. Back to a place where we haven't been in a while. I'm actually going to use the elevator for the first time. Get rich quick through the casino. I want to look at this thing here. This gives a clue for a little bit later. 3 panels, 3 buttons. There's a space above the 3rd floor button. So it looks like there should be a 4th button there. Now we want to go to the 3rd floor, but I'm going to go to the 2nd floor first just to show everything off. Going to the 2nd floor basically leads you basically nowhere. And it's weird, I guess, to save on space. Pretty much the description you get at each of the doors is going to be the same on the 2nd floor and on the 3rd floor. Lights. Hotel room door. This door in the middle, we hear scuffling on the other side. And you'll see we've got the same thing on the 3rd floor. Some not bad hotel artwork. And that door on the right is really quiet. Try knocking on the door where there's scuffling. As you can see, knocking on all these doors, nothing happens. We don't have any keys. Key 1 was to our place, key 2 was to our mailbox, key 3 was to a car, and key 4, I'm forgetting what that was for. Oh, to get into the slot machine in Joe's place. Right, so now on the 3rd floor, looking at all the doors, we get the same things you did on the 2nd floor. Quiet on the right, scuffling on the center door, and then the left door is basically that there's a Voodoo Hotel. But you notice something different about this room, other than this artwork is lousy. There's like a bin here in the corner. And looking at it again, it says Reliant Cleaners. The beginnings of an idea form in your head. You know, we have to get into Reliant Cleaners to see what's going on there. So in order to get in there, we're going to open up this bin and crawl in the bin. And then we're going to close the bin and basically wait for the cleaners to come and take us away. So you got to do a few things in here just to pass the time, take a few actions. We'll close up our pocket knife. We don't need that anymore, really. And look at some of the stuff we got. Off our flashlight, just as you can see, the batteries are dead. And now we feel that the car is being pushed away. And even though it says it's a long ride, we're going back to Reliant Cleaners, and that was like, you know, like I said, 3 screens over from the casino. So I guess we must have went and picked up some other laundry as well. These 2 guys find you when they dump out the laundry bin, and they take a bunch of stuff out of your inventory, basically stuff that is for this DV guy. Take a bunch of stuff out of your things. We're going to have to get that back later. Now right now, you have to escape here, kind of escape, before the thugs come back. So you have a limited amount of moves you can make. I'm just going to purposely screw around and get caught by looking at everything. Not waste a bunch of time. If you look at this over here, you see bent nails. What you're supposed to do, and I'll do that later, is you're supposed to use use your hands on the nail, and that basically will cut the ropes. And that's basically the first thing that you want to do, and that will basically allow you to have enough time to escape. But since we were fooling around here a bunch, by the time we're free, the two goons will come back and find us. And of course, you're not going to like that, and they are going to shoot us. Get us another game over. So, Ace. His case is closed once again. Now the way we're supposed to do this is, once again, like I said, we have to free ourselves first. But we don't want to escape right away. Of course, you want to free yourself first. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky on those, getting those nails. And then we want to run upstairs. And you would think you want to just open up the door and leave, but if you do that, what ends up happening is the thugs will find you. They'll be kind of outside, and they'll just shoot you, just like they did if you take too long in here. So what you want to do is you want to return back to the laundry hamper and hide in it. Unfortunately, you can't close the lid, because apparently it's been damaged when they took the laundry here and pulled you out of it. So once again, just waste some time in here, do a few commands, and the thugs will come back. But they won't see you, because you're hiding. And they'll say, wait, he's not here, but the door's open. He must have ran away. That's why you had to open that door. Otherwise, they would find you. They'd know to keep looking in here. But because we opened the door, they think we escaped. Here we are, we're back in the laundry room, and this is where we'll pick up in our next episode, do some more exploring and see what is going on here in Reliant Cleaners. Take care, have a good one. Bye.